Hey there, it's Chris Murray, President and founder of Childcare Marketing Solutions, coming at you with another weekly video blog tip. And in today's video, I want to talk a little bit about something that I've learned from a gentleman named Cameron Herold. He's the author of 3 books, including Double Double and The Miracle Morning. And he's the co-author of The Miracle Morning, which is an amazing book about how to have the best day every day, starting with your morning. So definitely check that out if you have not, The Miracle Morning. But he also talks about the vivid vision. And I recently presented this topic on stage at the Childcare Success Summit in Phoenix about a month and a half ago. And I wanted to share it with you guys today on our blog. The vivid vision is basically a process for kind of throwing out the typical corporate vision as far as your vision mission statement and going forward 3 years in your mind as a business owner and really kind of pretending like you're almost in a time machine and going from December 2016 to, let's just say, January of 2020. And imagining what you want your company, your childcare business, your preschool business, or a different company that you own, to what is the vision for that 3 years from today? And getting very clear in your mind as you're walking through the time machine in your building, in your classrooms, in your facilities, how many locations you may have at that time, becoming very clear with what your vision is in 3 years from today, in January of 2020. And really specific, down to brass tacks, both in terms of the facility and the actual structures of it, as well as the philosophy. What do your clients look like? What are your children experiencing? What are the breakthroughs that are taking place? What kind of teachers have you attracted and kept and developed as part of your staff? And what's the culture? Over and above everything, what's the culture of the place? What are the words, the themes, and the experiences that are driving that vision forward? And so that's the vivid vision, and something that I think is really powerful that I saw Cameron Herold speaking about, and I wanted to pass it along to you guys because I feel like sometimes we get really stuck in this kind of corporate speak vision or mission, and we don't really take the time in our minds to think about where we're really headed. And we also let our day-to-day stuff kind of just drive us along this train of life, and we don't take the time to really think about where we want to be 3 years or 5 years or 10 years from now. So I felt like it was a pretty powerful thing to share with you today. And I hope that, especially at this time of year, I love to really do this kind of planning and thinking and big vision thinking at this December, January time of year. I think as human beings, we are drawn to kind of the fresh start of January. But I would, ask you or invite you to not just set New Year's resolutions, which fade, but to actually get in touch with your vivid vision and very specifically write it down and then share it with your team. And so the other thing coming out of this, kind of your homework success assignment, if you will, might be to, once you get this written down and you get in touch with your vivid vision, to have at a staff meeting a session where you share it with your staff in front of the whiteboard. You could draw it out, you can describe it, you can write it out and hand it to them and get them to really fully embrace it or just absorb it and talk through it with them. Have an interactive discussion with your employees who are going to be the ones helping you accomplish and take your vision forward, and get their feedback on it. And then the next step out of that, which I think is extremely powerful, is to let them do some visioning about how to take that into their classroom. So now that you've expressed your vivid vision to your team, letting them, maybe you give them a small budget for first quarter of 2017 coming up, and let them think about the gaps in their classroom, bringing it down to the classroom level, or the facility level outside of the classroom. But I just think it's really valuable for teachers to be able to then take that vision and carry it forward by them personally owning their classroom and pulling that vision in and figuring out where do they want to take it that leverages and maps to your vision. Where can they take their classroom? And what's the gap for where they feel like your vision wants to go compared to where you are today for them in their classroom and in their experience with their everyday, with their teaching and with, how their kids are learning and developing. So that's kind of your assignment. And I just thought it was pretty powerful to share with you, and share it with your team for sure. And then let them take it down to the classroom level and maybe give them a budget to take it forward into the new year. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. Again, it's the Vivid Vision, and I learned about it from a gentleman named Cameron Herold, Herold, if you want to check him out and his website and his books. I wanted to give him some props because it's a cool concept. And I think it's something that you, as an early childhood leader or owner, could really use to set yourself apart and have a super successful company and business going forward all the way through 2020 and beyond. So enjoy that. This has been Chris Murray with childcare-marketing.com. And if you haven't been to our Facebook page lately, go over there and give us some love and check out all the resources there and the testimonials and reviews. And we hope that you'll work with us. And you can learn more about us at our Facebook page, is facebook.com/childcare business. Bye, everybody. See you soon.